Hey y'all, welcome back to Real Talk for Real Life, where we're realizing everyone is always learning and living your full experience. This is season 3, episode 2, Curious but Not Committed. I'm Coach C, and today we're talking about something that might sting a little. Let me say it again: curious but not committed. You know what they say, curiosity killed the cat. Now, I don't know about all that, but I do know curiosity alone won't build the life you're dreaming about. Some of y'all are curious about your next level, curious about starting the business, curious about going back to school, curious about writing the book, curious about launching the podcast, curious about applying for the position, curious about getting healthy, curious about your healing, curious about becoming the version of yourself you know exists. But curiosity isn't commitment. And that's where many of us get stuck. We become professional observers of our own potential. We watch other people do the thing. We study it, research it, pray about it, think about it, talk about it, create vision boards about it. But when it's time to actually move, suddenly we become cautious, careful, calculated, concerned even. And while there is wisdom in preparation, there comes a point where preparation becomes procrastination, wearing a business suit. You can't spend your whole life standing on the edge of the pool discussing the temperature of the water. At some point, you've got to jump. I believe every single one of us is constantly being presented with three things: choices, chances, creativity. Choices determine direction. Chances require courage. Creativity reveals possibility. But where many people get stuck is waiting for connections, permission, validation, resources, certainty, or perfect timing. They're waiting for all the pieces to come together before they move. The truth? The pieces often come together because you moved. Let me say that again. The pieces often come together because you moved. Too many people want proof before commitment, but life doesn't usually work that way. Faith doesn't work that way. Growth doesn't work that way. You don't get the entire staircase. You get the next step, the opportunity, the introduction, the resource, the mentor, the confidence, the clarity. Those things often show up after you've already demonstrated commitment. Providence has a funny way of partnering with people who decide, not people who dabble, not people who wonder, not people who keep saying one day, people who commit. That's why some folks find themselves in the exact same place year after year, not because they aren't talented, not because they aren't capable, not because they aren't deserving, but because curiosity never graduated into commitment. They're waiting for life to fall into their lap. Meanwhile, life is standing across the room asking, "Are you coming or not?" So today I want to challenge you. Stop being fascinated by the possibility of your next level and start participating in it. Stop collecting information and start collecting evidence. Evidence that you're capable, evidence that you're willing, evidence that you're committed. Because the gap between where you are and where you want to be is often crossed by one decision, one courageous move, one committed action, one moment where you decide that curiosity is no longer enough. You owe yourself more than interest. You owe yourself commitment. Here's your fearless homework. This week, identify one thing you've been curious about for more than 6 months. Not interested in, not thinking about, not talking about, actually curious about. Now ask yourself, what is one action I can take in the next 72 hours that proves I'm committed? Not planning, not researching, not discussing, doing. Send the email, register for the class, launch the page, make the call, apply for the position, schedule the appointment, take the first step. Then message yourself this affirmation: I am no longer curious about my next level. I am committed to it. And watch what happens when your actions finally catch up to your dreams. This is Real Talk, where we're realizing everyone is always learning and living your full experience. This is Coach C. I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. My handle is at Real Talk for Real Life. That's L.Y.F.E. This is where you'll get more inspiration, motivation, merchandise, and other gems designed to help you live fearlessly.